Morning everyone. It is Wednesday, 7:25. Just on my way down to the shop. We've got sunshine, we've had a night of rain. Everything is wet. So we got a Golf Mark 5 in today. It's got, he's going to have his own kit fitted. We've got to do door speakers. We've got his own sub and amp to install. He's got like a massive box that he's had made. I'm not sure how much of the wiring and stuff he was on about doing a split charge and stuff and a big relay and a second battery. So we'll see how that goes. It's a bit of a hodgepodge of stuff. We've had a little sort of discussion before where he showed me and stuff and things that he was going to do. I recommended like relays and things like that to run the split charge system properly. He's going to run a second car battery, not actually a leisure battery, with a huge fuse. So it's going to be an interesting one. It's a hodgepodge of stuff with some quite hefty subs in a big box running off a head unit, and we've got to put speakers in the doors. We're set for a couple of days to kind of sort it out, but we've got some other stuff happening as well, so it's going to be a bit of a mix of days, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, on to the shop. Sun is out. See you soon. Morning everyone, it is Wednesday. Daniel is just removing a door card from a Mark 5 Golf. So we have a little install to do on this today. We've got to check out his front speakers. His rear ones are definitely dead and blown. He wants to try and save a bit of money by fitting the fronts in the rears if we can. Yeah, if not, we'll be fitting some new ones in the rears. I say we go fit some new ones in the rears. I don't know about you, Daniel. We've got a head unit to swap. We have a leisure battery to put in, and we've got a mighty fine pair of subwoofers going in. So he's bought a box online. There it is. We've got a big amplifier to run in here, a big battery to run in here. It's I think is it a base face one? Yeah. So it's got outputs, is probably going to be looking like 8 gauge. Can't go lower than 1 ohm. Inputs looks like 2 gauge, 2 lots in order to keep the amplifier happy with a bit of bass. We've got a bass controller put in the front, and he wants us to change the head unit for a Sony. And obviously we're going to do speakers as well. So currently, just pull the key out, Dan, put it back in because the ignition's on. That's it. So Mark 5 Golf project, lots of bass, annoy the neighbours this afternoon unfortunately, and we've got until 3 o'clock to get this completed, so we are not going to stand on ceremony, we need to crack on. See you in a bit.
A few inches later.
The fuck you won't?
The fuck you won't?
So Dan's getting on with the crossover in the doors. Just making a mount up for the speaker. Got the standard one drilled out. It's got his tweeter cables in. Just using some kicker stuff there. I've started making a frame up for the amp to sit on. So using the spare wheel bolt, made a little rack that's chamfered off so it sits onto the edges, can't move around. And then we got leisure battery on there, and obviously you can strap round it so the thing can't move, and that will also add a nice height that the center of the carpet will sit on it and not bow into the car and disappear. Nice. See you in a bit.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
You can also grab us a monster from the fridge, darling. Look at that sexual. That's sexual, man. That's it. Go on, get your swerve on. So we've been at it.
What?
Not us. Not. Hang on. I'll rephrase that. We have not been at it. Well, consent. We've not been at it, but we've been at it for the last 4 hours straight, non-stop. We are nearly there. So we've got amp-mounted power cables and situations for the earth done. Obviously this stuff is quite hench, so it's like 0 gauge on everything. So we've got 150 amp fuse running into two earths, and then earth to ground, nice bolt through the chassis, and then battery down to ground, battery obviously to the power. We will have at some point obviously a split charge cable coming into this, but he wants to do that himself. I've made a little frame for the battery to sit on, and it's bolted through the spare wheel holder, so the battery doesn't go anywhere. That to me is safe. And then we are pretty much, oh hello, here we go. White monster.
Sound of crack.
Yeah. Nice. So we've got sub situation and wiring figured out. The way that this needs to work is they need to be wired in parallel. It's been a long day, but it's going from positive to positive to positive to positive to the amp, negative to negative, negative to negative to the amp, and that will give us a step down to 1 ohm. The amp will not tolerate anything less than 1 ohm because of obviously wha-pow situations. Dan has knocked out all 4 speakers, so we've got coaxials from Kicker in the back, component coaxials in the front, the CS.
It didn't exist in the back.
Oh yeah, is that run cable all the way through the old grommets in the doors. That runs down the channel and then up to the head unit, which we're just about to get in. Base controller is situated in the top box, and he's got to mount that up there, and we'll get the fascia on and do all that. But before we start this up, I just got to get the box in and do the configurations on the amplifier so it's safe, and then we are good to go. So nearly there.
You don't like me?
Now.
Look at his little chip. Yeah, we've worked hard today. Look at the sweat on my head. Oh, anyway, it's got. We had rain yesterday and it was about 8 degrees, and then today it's like sunshine and it's about 52. In English terms, let's be honest. We don't do sun and heat in England.
It is 12 degrees. It feels like 78.
Yeah, water is boiling outside on the pavement. But yeah, we're sweating in here today. It's a bit warm, so we're gonna have a break, have a monster, and then set up and tune up. So we'll come back to you in a minute, and you'll probably see the roof shaking and the window breaking.
Huh?
Right then, everyone. So we are just about set with the Golf. We are just going to do a little sound test and a setup, and you guys asked me last time, you didn't film that, Al? I know, I forgot, and now I'm going to do it for you. So, Dan, you might need to come and be cameraman for a secchi. Hold me there, sweet cheeks. Right, so we've got everything wired in, we've got our sub set, we've got our amp set, and we've got a power light on. Obviously you can see the blue LED there. So we're going to take our Steve Mead designs, our distortion detector 1, DD1, and what we can do is we're going to test the head unit first of all, our signal in. So we're going to unplug the amp, we're going to take one of these, going to put it in the top, and then we're going to turn this on.
The torch is overexposing it.
Right, can you see that?
Yeah.
Right, now what we're going to do is we're going to go up on the head unit until it recognises the fact that it's got signal, and it should say that it's got a 40 Hertz detection.
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
Still nothing.
Okay. Just. I know we've definitely got 40 Hertz. Interesting. See it says signal?
Yeah.
So now we got a 40 Hertz detection on there?
40 Hertz detector is not on yet.
Right. Okay.
Signal's just gone off.
Okay, let me just go all the way up. There we go. So see, so it's 40 Hertz detected. We've got signal. Now, as I turn the volume up, we're looking for the distortion light, and that'll tell us where the peak of the head unit is, okay?
There.
So, at 41, the head unit distorts. At 40, the signal is clean. That's how we set the amp at the head unit. So we know when we're doing our sound check, we cannot go more than 40 on the Sony, otherwise it introduces distortion. So this is the most important step, is setting the gain correctly, and then you won't create a problem with the system before. So we need to tell the customer when we come for giving it back that he cannot go any more than 40 on the Sony, otherwise the sound distorts. Right?
Yep. There you go.
So at the minute, yeah, you can lift that. Obviously be careful, the plate cover should be on. So we should have bass.
But deliver us.
Go and have a look at what it looks like on the camera. Yeah, it should look really long. It's quite loud.
Just because headphone users, it won't show. But
No.
as you can see, it destroys tissue quite quickly. It's good, isn't it?
You can feel it, that's insane.
Yeah. So you can smell.
I was going to say I can smell something.
Smell warm voice coils, yeah. You can smell them. Ugh. That's good. So we're pretty much set up, ready to go. You can turn the key off. We just got to set the gain on the amplifier in a similar sort of fashion, making sure that we're not hitting distortion. Obviously at the minute we've got common earth, that's why it's working, but we've only got 2 powers. So one power at the minute is off the ignition, which is running the head unit. This is off the would-be leisure system. But at the minute this is not connected to power, but it has got a common earth, that's why it's working.
Right.
So we've got earth to car chassis and power going to the amp, and then we've got common chassis, earth, and power going to the car. So at the minute it's working because it's running off the same system.
But eventually that battery's going to run out.
And then it'll need another power into it. That's how it's got to work.
So if we play it for 10 minutes, not even that, it'll be dead and then it'll stop working.
Yeah.
So we'll wait. We won't play it again now until he gets back to pick it up, so that you can at least hear it working before he
takes it away. But yeah, other than putting it back together, it's pretty much there.
Neighbours are gonna hate us.
Well, not us. It's late in the day. Like we're 5:15.
That's not too bad.
So we're not going to play it anymore because we will have pissed off office work.
Next door, everyone's computers have just changed places.
That'll be down the bottom. Like I was warned. The guy at the end come up when I was playing the quad box in here, and he was like, "Is that you making that fucking earthquake?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that's me. So we won't play it again because at the minute it will piss people off. But we're set the car back together. We're golden. We're done.
Dunzo.
Yeah.
See you soon.
In a bit.
Right then everyone, we are done. We are done. Got everything in. Golf is going to have a sleepover tonight because we didn't finish it within the time frame.
It was booked as a two-day job, and then he come back at 3 o'clock, wanted it early after the first day. It wasn't going to happen. We didn't have it done. But it is proper loud. Everything's in. We've played with it. Everyone in the estate has heard it. But it's all right. It sounds good. So we got subs in. Obviously the amp is on the back of that seat. Power stuff is down underneath. It just needs to connect in his split charge system. But it certainly makes a bit of noise. Dan's done all the speakers in the car. The edge unit's changed. We'll do a little tool check and a tidy in the morning. Oh, some old lady's going to lose her wallet.
Look, the post office is getting it.
Oh, hello. Chase has got his lightsabers on. And that's it. We are done. Done, done, done. Don't know what we got in tomorrow. We'll discuss that in the morning. But it's been a bit of a crust today. So see you all bright and early. Bye.